Hey guys, Captain Foley with you today for a Saturday afternoon live. My plans for today got changed, so I'm here in the hotel by myself. So, we're going to talk about sci-fi. Anything and everything that you guys want to talk about sci-fi. So, you guys kind of set the tone and the topic, and we're going to talk for a while. 'Tis the way of things. I have spoken. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had to do that. Hold on. I gotta hook up the thing to the thing. The iPad to the Wi-Fi. Hey, Matt Boardman's here. My man, Matt Boardman. The coolest MFer to ever grace our moderator boards. Oops. Share password. Oh, there we go. Complete. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. All right, cool. All right, so there we go. That's hooked up now. Tap to retry. There we go. Ha. Ha. Let's see if I can change this to look a little bit better, maybe. Have me there. I don't know. Sure, that looks better. So good afternoon, everyone. Hit that like button. There's a Stuart, but hey, any longer away from your house means we need to see more of the puggies when you get home, right? Dan Ben, anyone like Star Wars Visions? I've only seen the first like 4 of them, and so far I'm totally underwhelmed. Didn't enjoy any of them. The first one, I hate the stylistic choice with being black and white and being the Japanese. I understand that Star Wars was inspired by Japanese movies. I get it. I get the love letter to it. I don't like it. I don't like Star Wars Visions so far. The anime style is just garbage. I've heard that I think episodes 7 and 8 are going to be good ones, but I haven't got there yet because honestly, I just kind of lost interest in watching them. So who knows? Those are ones that I do have to get to at some point, but yeah, the stories are just kind of boring, says Matt. Yeah. Yes, there are 3 lights behind me. Absolutely. There's 1, there's 2, and there's one outside called the sun. So, while you're in Alberta, we need to do a live while doing a walk so we can get a tour. Yeah, probably not going to happen. It's a little cold out there, and I don't feel like walking in the cold. So, probably not going to happen. Star Wars Visions is like the Animatrix compilation, only a few good ones. The Animatrix had some good ones, yes. I appreciated the fact that the Animatrix, though, actually changed up the animation style. So far, all of the Star Wars Visions have just been anime style, and I'm not really the biggest fan of a lot of the animation choices that they've gone with for that so far. So, I mean, there's that, so... I'm overwhelmed by Star Wars Visions. Love them all. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Alan. Don't know why you'd love them, but okay. I'm glad somebody does. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, this was really just going to be a regular hangout, and Samuel's like, well, to make it interesting and to make people want to join in, let's make it about sci-fi. And I'm like, all right, cool. I just watched the thing on The Last Starfighter, kind of behind the scenes documentary, and whatever. I'm always up for talking about sci-fi. I might have to look 1 or 2 things up if I don't know what you're referring to specifically, because as you guys know, I know a lot about sci-fi. I just haven't watched them all. So, yeah, people are looking forward to the Babylon 5 reboot. Well, I am too, I guess. I just, with it being on CW, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. CW's kind of got some questionable content, I guess. Star Wars Visions, they chose some anime studios to make their own versions of Star Wars. Yeah, I understand that, but I really don't care. I thought it'd be better. I thought they'd be more interesting. And like I said, I thought the animation style wouldn't be pretty much a constant suckage. But it is what it is. I also started watching the new He-Man on Netflix last night. I really prefer the Kevin Smith animation style that he had for his He-Man Revelations. But the new He-Man, I mean, the first episode was all right. I really can't get behind the animation style of it. The CG is just too kid-like, and the characters don't look like they should. And so, I mean, I don't want to nitpick everything like that, but I know what I like and what I don't like. And I'm only one episode into it. Apparently the story is pretty good, so I just need to be patient and watch it. So we'll see how that goes. CW did give us some good shows: Charm, Supernatural, and Andromeda. Sure. CW Babylon 5, teen drama on a space station. Everybody's been asking me, including Bill in the chat right now, whether I've watched Foundation. I have not. I don't even know what Foundation's about. I just know it's a sci-fi thing. Everybody's asking me if I'm going to watch it, or it's recommending that I should watch it. And I'm like, okay, I'll have to watch it at some point. But as of right now, no, have not done that. So. And SC Scout, I agree. The new He-Man animation style is just terrible. But nothing is worse than the new Thundercats. Yeah, that new Thundercats was... Well, to be fair, it was fucking gross. So hopefully you don't mind the profanity, but you should be used to that by now when you listen to me. Superman and Lois is pretty good from CW, and it's different than the typical CW program, so I'm optimistic about Babylon 5. Jonathan, is it though? It's still got that teen angst drama, like, oh, I have superpowers. You're my brother and I don't have superpowers. I'm jealous. You got a girlfriend? Girlfriend, yeah. It's like, but yeah, the new Superman's not that bad. I actually kind of enjoy it. But there's too much of the high school drama. Ooh. Trekyards says, Sliders reboot, please. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Sliders rebooted. I think that'd be kind of cool, actually. Let's see, we got 22 people here with 15 likes. Guys, hit that like button. Don't forget to super chat if you're able to. I'd really appreciate a few super chats today. If you're able to, that'd be awesome. So, yeah, we got one. There we go. I'll read that in a second. Kyle Wong. Has anyone watched Squid Game? I saw the preview for it yesterday, and might be interested in watching it. I hate that it's... Well, I'm glad it's dubbed as opposed to subtitled, but still, it's got that Godzilla mouth mismatch to voice thing that bothers me a little bit, but... Matt got a chance to do some work for Superman and Lois, which is cool. Pumpkin Spice said, in 2002, He-Man series was the best. Give those guys another chance. Let them do real She-Ra. Yeah, the 2002 He-Man was pretty good. I do have that whole series on DVD. I actually don't think I watched it all, though. I watched like the first half of it. So, but I do have it. I do like that animation style, and the stories were good. The characters looked like they were supposed to. So, yeah. Kyle Wong throws in £5, so thank you so much. Is Doctor Who dead, or can it be saved? Anything can be saved. Nothing's dead. Nothing's dead. I don't know as much. I don't know very much about Doctor Who. That's more of a Samuel question. But I hear there's some new showrunner coming, or an old showrunner coming back, or something. I don't know. I don't really know. Fleetpaw throws in $5. What sci-fi would you like to see rebooted and rebooted well? I like to see Andromeda personally. Just keep Kurtzman away from it. I want to see Andromeda would be all right, but I want to see The Greatest American Hero rebooted. I think that'd be fantastic. I really love The Greatest American Hero. What else would I like to see rebooted? I really want Thundercats to be redone properly. They did do one a few years ago that was all right. It was a very good story. The animation style is good as well. But I want to see a live action Thundercats of some sort. Trying to think. There's so many. Buck Rogers. Bring us a new Buck Rogers series. That'd be awesome as well. I'm sure we'll find other things that, like Space 1999, although it would be Space 2099 or something at that point. But I want to see that brought back as well. I think that'd be great. Matt says, so far I've been blessed to do work on Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Marvel, and DC, hoping to get a chance to do some Star Wars at some point. That'd be awesome, Matt. And you've worked on Top Gun Maverick. Let's see. Has Stuart seen Venom 2 yet? I have not seen Carnage, no. I do want to check that out. I'll probably check that out when I get back home, honestly. But we'll see. I do want to watch that for sure. Greetings to the captain and Sylvia from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Probably said that wrong again. Yeah, Sylvia is still back in Ontario. I am in Alberta right now, so 2 time zones away from her. I really miss her. I miss her and the puppies. Her puppies and my puppies, like Precious and Dot. But I also miss Sylvia and her puppies, if you know what I mean. So yes, I do miss her very much. Been kind of lonely, actually. Squid Game was surprisingly interesting. I'm only at episode 5. First part of episode 1 is boring, but once they get the first game, it's great. Okay, good to know. I wish they could reboot the 80s cartoon Dinosaurs. Or Dinosaucers. I was going to say, Dinosaurs wasn't a cartoon, but I wouldn't mind seeing dinosaurs come back as well. Dinosaucers does not ring a bell to me at all. So, second episode of Squid Game is boring. It could be skipped. Good to know, Matt. Bill says, speaking of sci-fi, is Stuart going to see Dune? I am. I want to see Dune in IMAX though. They say that I've seen a few reviews and they say in IMAX is the way to see it. Sylvia is a huge Dune fan, so I wasn't really so much into it. I kind of like the mini series that they did better than the movie, but we just recently went back and watched the original movie and it's not bad, you know. So I am interested in seeing Dune for sure. Metallica fan 1442 puts in £5, so thank you so much. I would like to see Space Above and Beyond rebooted with a bigger budget. Never got into that, but yeah, I'm sure that would be great. Matt says he's always confused when he sees reboots or bringing things in today's modern storytelling and filming techniques. I'm often left feeling like I didn't watch the same show as these showrunners. Well, they want to, it's like the new Star Trek, you know, they just want to piss all over it and put their mark on it. Like, we're gonna throw out the old designs. We don't want those. We want stuff that we design. This is my Star Trek. I put my heart and soul into this design. I pissed all over it. Look at, smell it. It's mine. That's what the feeling I get. They don't want to hold true to what made it Star Trek to begin with and the original designs. So I could be wrong about that, but I'm not, because I'm the captain. The next Star Wars Rogue Squadron is said to be like Top Gun in space. Cool. A live-action Thundercats done right would probably look like Vincent from the old Beauty and the Beast TV series. No. I mean, maybe. That's the show that I first knew Ron Perlman from, and he still looks like a cat to me every time I see him. Pumpkin Spice says, they almost did a Greatest American Hero with an Indian woman. I don't care if it's a new character. Like, all the more power to them if they have a sexy female character for the lead role. I'd be down for that. It's just such a great premise, and as long as Andrew Kitt, no, and no, what's his name? Cat, something Cat, I think is his name. Andrew Kitt is a friend of mine that runs London City Comic Con, but can't think of his name now. As long as he's in it in some form, that would be great. And Connie Selica. Ooh, Connie Selica. One of the main reasons that I liked Greatest American Hero. And the theme song. So what's the story with the Playmobil Enterprise? Is Stuart buying it? Bill, I don't think you've been paying attention. I have one. After I did my "Is it worth it" reaction video before it got pre-launched, it got like 31,000 views, and then Playmobil messaged me and said, "Hey, we appreciate your candid review of our product. However, we want to send you one, and have you do an unboxing and review it in hand," which I did. I did 2 reviews. The short review is 44 minutes or 47 minutes, and the long review is 1 hour and 44 minutes. So they're both on the channel. But I still think it's worth the price. Not really. Sylvia seems to think it is because she joins me for the review at some point. So you might want to check those out if you haven't already, Bill. So I do have it. It is cool to have, but I would never pay $700 for it. Yes, Star Trek, Sony PlayStation 4, 2009. Huh? Yes, make sure that you're hitting like, everyone. We have 32 likes with 32 people watching with 24 likes, guys. Hit that like button. I do have, there's no PlayStation 4 game for the 2009 movie. It's a PlayStation 3 game, and I do have it. It's a fantastic game, actually. It's way better than the Kelvinverse movies. I actually kind of like the game. A little bit glitchy in spots, but... Donnie says the A stands for American. Okay. They need to reboot DSV. Sure. Matt Borman, yes, you get all of these designers who are more interested in putting their own stamp on things rather than staying true to designs before. I'm okay with modified designs, but at least honor the original. Amen. Yes, I remember Sequest in the 90s. Donnie says, I can imagine a Space Above and Beyond reboot, a more PG-rated reboot for Disney Plus with characters bringing either United States Marine Corps space aviators or United States Space Force guardians. Well, there you go. And Matt just sent me the Dinosaurs intro. Thank you, Matt. I'll check that out later. Metallica fan 1442 puts in 20 pounds, which is an amazing super chat. Thank you so much. Super chats are a great way to show your support for the channel, and we really appreciate them, especially on times where we're having slow time. And considering that my day today was totally shot to hell, that's why I've got all this time to do it live, I would really appreciate it if you guys could show some super chat love and just kind of cheer me up a little bit, because honestly, I'm going to be here in this hotel room for another 7.5 hours, because Jay, one of his employees, just up and quit today, and she was supposed to work, so he had to go in and cover her shift, so we couldn't do anything that we had planned today. So anyway, I'm here. So, but thank you very much, Metallica fan, very much appreciated. And he says, my dream sci-fi show I'd love a Horus Hearsay TV show, Warhammer 30K. Starting at the Great Crusade, ending with the finale of Siege of Terra. But it will never happen because of GW licensing and the cost. Let's say it'll never happen because of the cost. They said that about remastering TOS. I remember when I was younger, always saying, TOS would be so much better if the effects were updated. And they kept saying, nope, we're never going to do that. It's going to be too cost prohibitive per episode to do that. Sure enough, it's done. So never say it's going to be too cost prohibitive. With modern technology and modern techniques, they can definitely do things like that. So Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I'd feel so free. Dan Ben says you had to do all the stickers from the Playmobil story. Yeah, there are a lot of stickers, but I'm a perfectionist with stickers, so they're all on straight. William Cat, thank you, that's his name. Bill Barkley says that Captain Foley. By the way, I have a small 3D printed model of Stargate Atlantis city model. It's pretty detailed and cool. Also got a 3D printed Doctor Who Gallifrey Citadel model in shiny gold plastic. That's cool. We're at 30 likes now, guys. Can we get 20 more likes? Can we get up to 50? It's possible. Hit that like button. Kyle Wong throws in another £5, so thank you so much. As long as Thundercats isn't made by the same studio people that made Cats, the live movie production. Yeah, that's true. Are they remaking Quantum Leap? I heard that they're doing a continuation of Quantum Leap. They're not doing a remake, but they're doing a continuation, I think, with Sam's daughter. That's one of the rumors that I heard. I wouldn't put much stock into it until we know more, but... Lepiridon says, sure, there will be a Galaxy Quest 2 at some point after we got Disco with so much material. Bring back Lex, there you go. Matt Boardman says, I think I may have mentioned this before, but I have all the CG assets for Space Above and Beyond. I'm looking into seeing what the cost to remaster the series would be. Well, Matt, you're also working on, and hopefully this will become a thing, is we want to get the Secret of Vulcan Fury video game made, or even just a movie, a CG animated movie or something based on the script would be fantastic, considering they got all the original voice actors parts recorded. So Bill says, oh, by the way, Stuart, I watched episode 1 of season 4 of Magnum P.I. It was great. Which Magnum P.I.? The new one or the old one? Because they're both great. Nothing beats the original, but the new Magnum P.I. I really appreciate the way they've done it. So, Matt Boardman, I'm trying to find a contact at Fox to see if the filmed footage still exists at their film vaults. Dan Ben, a lot of the time CBS doesn't use remastered Star Trek footage. They didn't in the episode of Discovery. They used the original Enterprise model. Okay. Raj says, is anyone else looking forward to season 3 of The Orville? Everyone, hello. Jonathan says, if I remember correctly, Discovery and Picard are the only 2 Star Trek shows that have been announced as being done back to back. Maybe they're doing 2 for 1 deal to attract advertisers. Maybe. Fleetpaw says, sorry, your plans got shot to hell, Stuart. People suck, and it's shocking that people have the audacity to do something like that. But it's not surprising. I know. But... I'm just sitting here chilling in the hotel room all day. So, Dan says the Book of Boba Fett is releasing at the end of December on Disney Plus. Yes, I have heard that, so I'm looking forward to that. Recent news on Stargate is that the actors are going to look at a script for a potential new series created by an AI. Huh. I think a reboot of Tech War could work today. Oh, probably, yeah. Dan says, are you looking forward to the Star Trek 2023 movie? No. Because they've been saying there's going to be a movie forever. Once I know that it's in production and actually being filmed and actually, like I keep saying with that one, I'll be really excited when I'm sitting in a theater with my popcorn in hand waiting to watch it. Sam Beckett's daughter hopping into a leap trying to find her dad. That would be an awesome reboot of Quantum Leap. Yes. Raj says, Stuart, what are your thoughts on The Matrix 4? Will you be watching it? My thoughts on The Matrix 4 is I don't give a shit. Um, I just hate that it looks like he's John Wick. I hate that Morpheus isn't Lawrence Fishburne. Like, the fuck is that all about? Well, Lawrence Fishburne got killed in number 3. But The Matrix keeps getting rebooted. This is what this one is. This is a prequel, kind of. The fact they don't have Lawrence Fishburne in it pisses me off to no end, so I'm not super thrilled about watching The Matrix 4. I didn't like the trailer. Everybody's raving about how good the trailer is, and it's like, it looks like John Wick. Who gives a shit? Like, anyway. The Rocketeer TV, anything Rocketeer, bring the Rocketeer back. The Rocketeer was fucking fantastic. Do you have any hope for a new Disney Predator movie, or are you nervous? I'm not nervous about stuff Disney does. I don't understand why everybody shits on Disney. I personally want Star Trek to be bought by Disney, because then we'd have a fucking Star Trek attraction at one of the parks. Like, that'd be awesome. Plus, there's so much merchandising around the new Star Wars, like the droid factory stuff, all the stuff you can get at Galaxy's Edge. Like, that's fucking awesome. Bring that shit to Star Trek. We don't have any Star Trek merchandise right now. I know Playmates is getting back into Star Trek, which is fantastic. But I don't have a problem with Disney. People need to lay the fuck off. Yeah, sure, they've made some mistakes with Star Wars, but that's not Disney. That's the people that are employed. So, not nervous about it, and I do have hopes for a new Predator movie. I'm a huge Predator fan, so. New Magnum PI rebooted season 4 was awesome. Yes. Al from Quantum Leap is the most predictive sci-fi. He basically had a smartphone connected to the Ziggy computer and the constant neck strain looking down. LOL. Has Stuart been watching What If? Because the last one was great. I am watching What If, but I haven't watched the last one yet. I watched that with Sylvia, and I was in Alberta at the time. So I'm going to have to watch it when I get back, which will be the last one and then another one probably. I don't know how many there are going to be of those. So I haven't seen the latest one yet. I might watch it today in the hotel room, actually. But I like watching them with Sylvia, so. Fleetpaw says, it happens to me quite often at work. People are scheduled to come in and they call in and say, fuck this place, I'm out. That sucks. Sean says, do you know about the Trekyards on Netflix? Paramount Plus, not available and gone off Netflix. I have no idea of what you're saying. Kyle Wong throws in £5, so thank you so much. I want to see a Big Trouble in Little China sequel, like Chris Pratt playing the son of Kurt Russell. That would be awesome. Big Trouble in Little China is a fantastic movie, so. The Darth Eddie looks like the Antarians from an episode of Enterprise are back in Strange New Worlds with their makeup unchanged. It'll be interesting to see how many other Enterprise aliens that brings back. The Anar makes it 2. Devo77, are they going to do a table read of the script generated by an AI? That's what this SG1 cast is doing. That's interesting. Donnie Pearson, I thought the word heresy has 3 syllables, pronounced heresy. It does. I probably read it wrong because I have dyslexia. I probably thought mine said hearsay. But it's heresy. Yes, you're right. Jonathan, I would be interested in hearing about a Star Trek convention experiences. Oh, my Star Trek convention experiences. I've never been to one, so I am a little curious what goes on besides actors' panels. Jonathan, that would be a separate video. I'm sure Samuel and myself should do one of those live, actually, because we've both been to a number of conventions. Samuel has a lot of stories, so do I, both as just convention goers as well as Trekyards, doing panels and being guests and things like that. So we've got a lot of stories, but it's definitely an interesting time. I suggest you go to one. Speaking of Netflix, I'm looking forward to Cobra Kai Season 4 on New Year's. Yes, I'm looking forward to that as well. Uber Newman, good evening, everyone. Are you picking up the 4K Star Trek Blu-ray movie set? I'm kind of hedging on it. Yes, I probably will. read that might be making a remake or continuation of The Rocketeer. Not sure if it is a movie or a series. I'm super stoked for that. I love The Rocketeer. Love that franchise. Squadron Course, does anyone watch the new He-Man on Netflix? Not the Kevin Smith one. I thought they did a great job at putting their ideas from the original show together in a way that makes more sense. Like I said, I just started watching that last night. I watched one episode, and I hate the animation style with a passion. I hate the character designs, but apparently the story's good, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Apparently Orko is a fucking robot. Why? I just don't know. Sean says, did you see the film Tractor? Did you see the film The Tractor? Me either. I saw the trailer, though. Matt Boardman, Rocketeer is one of my favorite all-time movies. Me and Matt, we are in sync. Donnie Pearson, sure, Cobra Kai isn't sci-fi. It's a dramedy with some action elements. Yeah, it's definitely not sci-fi. Darth Eddie said, I'd love to see a 4K remastered release of 2V miniseries from the 80s with deleted scenes put back in. SC Scout Guy, yes! We need a new Samurai Pizza Cats show. Fuck yes, we do. A lot of people are like, what the hell are Samurai Pizza Cats? Samurai Pizza Cats. We're fighting crime all over town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pizza Cats. I forget the themes. I have it on my phone, but Big Bird is the villain. He's badder than bad. Kick more tail than any turtle ever can. Anyway, yeah, they're like a ripoff of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the Samurai Pizza Cats are fantastic. They're so fun. The Big Cheese, thank you. The Big Cheese is the villain, who's lower than low. Such a shame, he lives in Little Tokyo. Yeah. There are two lights behind me, Ozzy, yes. Raj says The Rocketeer is great. I listen to the movie soundtrack a lot. But the Star Wars Hotel spaceship at that resort is mega expensive. It is, and it shouldn't be, but it is. The Doctor, I hate mega corporations, but Disney would be good for Trek. So I'm with you there. Star Wars is back on track, so I'd be confident that good people would be brought in. Star Trek needs to make more video games other than Star Trek Online. Yes. Speaking of Disney Plus and reboots, I do hope for a reboot of the 1996 astronaut drama, The Cape. John Debney, who scored season 1 of Sequest DSV, composed its theme music. Cool. Tim McCaffrey has joined the channel at the rank of Commander. Welcome aboard, Commander. It is good to have another Commander in the ranks. So thank you so much. Those channel memberships make a huge deal on a monthly basis. So if you're able to check out the join button down beside the subscribe button, just click it, see what tier you might be able to join at. That would be awesome. It all helps out, so. And let's see. Trekyards, Last Action Hero with Old Arnie and Boy Grown Up. Yes, that would be awesome as well. What I love about the Samurai Pizza Cat is the kick butt theme song. Speaking of which, I'm watching it on Peacock. I wonder. Probably can't play it without. All I have to do is hear it for a second and cue that bird. If you want the full effect, go eat a pizza pie. Yeah, Samurai Pizza Cats is fantastic. If you have not watched Samurai Pizza Cats, you're missing out, especially if you're a fan of turtles. Um, Sorry about that. I'll probably flag this for copyright, but whatever. I remember when Dolph Lundgren was He-Man. Ah, yes. Have you watched Shang Chi? Did you like it? I think it's pretty good. I haven't watched it yet. No real intention to either. Cobra Kai is based on the movie Max On, Max Off, Parts 1 and 2. Disney may do a remake of a film called Black Hole. Ooh, the Black Hole's awesome. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for a remake of the Black Hole. As long as they don't change Maximilian's design too much, or Vincent's. Rest assured that the current Star Trek shows on Paramount Plus will always be available on home media. I would love to see a new Last Starfighters movie, continuation, not a remake. Yes, they are planning on a continuation from what I've heard, but it's been playing that for a while. So, speaking of reboots, I see what they are making a new Flight of the Navigator. Don't know if it's a series or a movie. By the way, I saw the Navigator documentary. It was great. Yeah, the Navigator documentary was great. That is another fantastic movie as well. So. Disney would probably bring production veterans in to do Trek veterans from TNG, DS9, and Voyager eras, not Kurtzman and Company. McMahon is the exception to Kurtzman and Company, though. Yes. Bill Barkley. That Mustang kit. What's your opinion on the music of Richard Wagner? What did he do? I don't know. The name sounds familiar, but I can't tell you. LOL, is Samurai Pizza Cat a Canadian thing like the raccoons? I don't know if Samurai Pizza Cats is Canadian, but the raccoons certainly is. Nothing is as bad as Team Knight Rider. I agree. Fleet Paw, you're fired. The car was cool even for being a Mustang. So you like the new Knight Rider Mustang car? Wow. I'm so disappointed. Donnie says, I used to wake up to Samurai Pizza Cats every weekday morning on Dallas Foxworth. KDAF WB 33, currently CW 33. Somebody took some inspiration from the B-52s now, didn't they? Strange thing, Val Kilmer voiced Mustang Kit in the pilot episode. By the way, I watched the Val Kilmer documentary. So did I. Val, it was a good one. I love the Black Hole. Would love to see a reboot of. Darth Eddie, I'm torn right now. Netflix is dropping its Star Trek series, but it's getting Seinfeld in 2022, and right now you can't stream Seinfeld anywhere else. You can. It just came to Netflix in Canada. So, like literally, I just got a notification for it like 2 or 3 days ago. Sean says, would you like Captain Canada and the Marvel films, or just be happy with Wolverine? He's Canadian, right? Yes, Wolverine is Canadian, and I don't need Captain Canada. I wouldn't mind seeing him on screen. That'd be kind of neat, but... Waymark's Way, are you in a hotel room? Yes, I am in a hotel room. Dan Ben, the Shang Chi movie is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. When Marvel did the first set of films, Iron Man to second Spider-Man, people watched all, but now people are picking and choosing which films. Yeah. I know it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not Sci-Fi, but the 490s reboot telefilms of Smokey and the Bandit called Bandit are fun. Dodge Stealth RT twin turbo all-wheel drive. The only good Bandit is the Trans Am Bandit. Sorry. Only the first two movies. The third one, not so much. Scott says Samurai Pizza Cat was in the UK and US. I think it's Japanese in origin. Yeah, Star Trek is releasing their streaming shows on DVD Blu-ray. Disney Plus is not doing that with Star Wars. That's shitty. Just watched The Black Hole last night, says Devo. I liked what it could do, not the design of the car. Should have been a Pontiac GTO. Flipa, again. The Darth Eddie, Alpha Flight can always get their own Marvel movie. Cast Peter Dinklage as Puck. Loud Meme, Rando, Ghost Urber, HTD. Hey, Captain Foley, will you be going to Montreal Comic-Con? No. You look so bored of reading chat. I'm not bored of reading chat. I'm just bored in general and had a shitty day so far and I'm kind of tired. But yeah, I like hanging out with you guys, so. Bill Barkley, if Trekyards was a movie, who would you get to play Captain Foley? And don't say yourself, try to think of a movie actor. I don't know, you guys cast Captain Foley. I want you guys in the chat right now to cast Captain Foley and Commander Coggins in a Trekyards movie. I honestly can't think of anything. Have you guys ever played Kerbal Space Program? I have not. What do you think about RTD coming back to Doctor Who? I don't know who RTD is, and I don't really care or know anything about it, so I just know he's like an old showrunner that's coming back or something that people are excited about, or are they? Samuel said something about they made Run a thing for a long time, like Run. So I don't know. Hasbro, who released Star Wars action figures, are not making enough astromechs, but are making a George Lucas Stormtrooper action figure. Scott Purdy, Matt Damon as Captain Foley. Yeah, I would buy that. Fleet Pod Swiftback, $5. What kit was a Trans Am? The Trans Am went out of production before the series. Kit being a GTO makes sense. Also, Fleet Pod should play Foley. Kit being a GTO does not make sense. I don't care if the Trans Am went out of production before the series or not. Then use a fucking Camaro or something, because they have the same bodies. They still make the Camaro. So, but anyway, Cillian Murphy as Commander Cockins. I don't know who that is. Russell T. Davies as, okay, I'm gonna look these up because that's some bullshit right there that I don't know these people. Cillian Murphy. As me? No. Russell T. Davies. These names don't ring a bell. Oops. Russell T. Davies. I mean, no. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. I could totally see Matt Damon as Captain Foley. Anson Mount as Captain Foley. Nah, I don't think so. He doesn't have the right look. Jeffrey Combs will make a great Captain Foley. He could be you now. He is that good of an actor. Russell T. Davies, he brought... Oh, yeah, don't care. I thought you meant Russell T. Davies to play Captain Foley. I'm like, what the fuck? No. Bradward Boimler as Samuel. If the Do reboot, if the DO reboot, what? If if they do reboot Knight Rider again, the new Corvette C8 is probably be the car. Dan Ben, this is real world, but have you seen the new U.S. Space Force? I have. I don't care. Cillian Murphy is pronounced hard C like Killian. Irish language doesn't have a K letter. Well, I'm Irish, so I should have known that, I guess. Paul Giamatti as Captain Foley. Put glasses on him. No, I don't think so. Got to see Eccleston at Dragon Con. Very cool. Although he said he'd never come back to Doctor Who. Knock, knock, knock. Housekeeping. Yes, Ozzy. Cillian Murphy as Samuel. Yeah. Cillian Murphy as Samuel, I could buy. As Foley, no. J.G. Hertzler as Captain Foley. Robert O'Reilly as Commander Cockings. I don't think that works. Surely, if they reboot Knight Rider, it will be a Tesla. Trying to think of a good car for Knight Rider. Make it something exotic, like a Bugatti or something. Chris Hemsworth as the captain, and Tom Hiddleston as the commander. Hey, I like that. I could get behind that. Devo, the new Space Force uniforms look like Battlestar Galactica uniforms from the remake. Yeah, I've seen that. Doug Drexler as Foley and Samuel. Donnie Pearson, speaking of Babylon 5 and the CW, I'm looking forward to the reboot, no matter what the naysayers would say. A few days since I began binge watching the original Babylon 5 on HBO Max. Tangerine Star, Knight Rider, not a Mustang. That's absolutely right. At least the housekeeper is not Consuela from Family Guy. No lemon pledge. No. Jack Black as the captain, Daniel Radcliffe as the commander. There you go. That's beautiful. Dan Ben, yeah, the Klingon actor has really big eyes. Robert O'Reilly. Glory to you and your house. Thanks for doing the stream from hotel when you're tired, Captain. No problem, Scott. Bill Barkley, by the way, half or most of Babylon 5 original cast are sadly no longer with us. That is true. I'm gonna have a little mini Aero bar. I think these are Canadian, so you might, it's just like milk chocolate, but like, it's bubbly. Can't really see there, but no bubbles. I think these are Canadian too. Coffee crisp bars. They're so good. Pumpkin Spice, the kid who played Hobie on Baywatch. Hasselhoff's character's son grew up and with Hasselhoff, could have played father and son Michael Knight team around 2002. He used a Ram Air Trans Am. Could have, but didn't. Dan Ben, what do you think about the scene in TNG Gambit where they have the really tall guy playing a Klingon? I haven't seen Gambit in a while, so I'm not sure. I can't recall that scene, but any word on the new basement headquarters? Yes, it's actually, they've already cut out the drywall, they've ripped out the carpet, they've sprayed down everything with this antibacterial, antifungal stuff, and now it's drying again with fans, so by the time I get back, it'll look a lot different. Scott says, setup looks good. Are you only using your phone to stream? Yes, I'm using my phone to stream right now. I used the computer for the live on Friday, though, which is here beside me, my laptop. But right now I'm using the phone. You may think there are 2 lights behind you, but I say there are 5. Oof. The doctor, I've had arrow bars from the British food section at Myers. Johnny Depp could play both of you at the same time. Hasselhoff was the original Nick Fury. He was. Scott Purdy, Mark Wahlberg, and Tom Holland as Foley and Samuel in Star Trek Uncharted. Why did... So Mark Wahlberg is me? Wow. That's okay, I guess. The doctor, wasn't the Klingon in Gambit a basketball player? Probably, if he was tall, yeah. New Camaro converted to a Trans Am. Yes, I've seen those. They're kind of cool, actually. I just wish they'd start making Trans Ams again, for fuck's sakes. Who was your favorite commander in Babylon 5? I like Sheridan. I haven't watched all of Babylon 5 yet, so I can't really say. The Darth Eddie, there's a debate online right now that if they show the Stargazer in flashbacks on Picard, they should retcon it to look... They should retcon the look because the old set was just a TOS movie bridge reuse. What say you, same or new? Same. Don't fucking change things. That's established canon. In DS9, Trials and Tribulations, they went to extreme effort to make the TOS look like the fucking TOS, because it's a period piece. In Amir Darkly and Enterprise, they went to extreme measure to make sure that the Defiant Bridge and the Defiant Corridors and everything look TOS. You know why? Because there's no sense fucking designing it for a new audience. The new audience can suck my left nut because you know what? It's a period piece. It should look how it fucking looks. It shouldn't look modernized. So, whatever. That's my thoughts. Bill Barkley, has Stewart ever seen an old sci-fi movie called Star Crash with young David Hasselhoff? I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen reviews of that movie, so yes, I'm aware of it. Sean, can't believe you let another man rip up the carpet. If someone should be ripping up the carpet in your house, it should be you. Well, Sylvia doesn't have a carpet. She's got linoleum, and so, you know, it's fine. Devo77, there's a Fallout TV series coming out, basically Mad Max, but with retro 1950s style. Danny DeVito's as Hawkins, Ryan Reynolds as Foley. I like the Ryan Reynolds part, but the Danny DeVito, nah, it's not Hawkins, come on now. Donnie says there was an episode of NBA Inside Stuff when it aired on NBC, and that episode came behind the scenes of James Worthy's appearance in Gambit Part 2 episode of Next Generation. Dan Ben, what annoys me in Stargate TV shows is they say that the gate is one-way travel, but in Stargate Atlantis, they shoot their guns through an incoming wormhole. Bill Barkley, by the way, speaking of Knight Rider, there's still hope for a Transformers crossover series of Kit, original Trans Am, and Michael Keaton's Batmobile. That's cool. The Darth Eddie, I agree, Captain Foley. The best we can hope for with Strange New Worlds is that they get kind of close to TOS Enterprise, because we all know they won't replicate it. Yeah, we're just hoping for the best they can do. Why is it always your left nut? Why not the right one as well? Because the left one hangs a little bit lower, and I don't know. It's just more funny when you make it specific. I don't know. That's a fucking good question. Matt Boardman. I'm glad people are paying attention to my insults. Matt Boardman. Yep, if Star Wars can stay true to the look of the universe with Rogue One and The Mandalorian, no reason Star Trek can't. Another reason I think it'd be great for Disney to buy Star Trek. Fleet Palace Swiftback, $2. I was trying to be absurd. I have obviously failed. Dun, dun, dun. because his left nut hangs lower. At least mine does, says Fleetpaw. There you go. Fleetpaw knows what's up. Sean says there are tradesmen who does floors in Dublin called Lino Ritchie. We call linoleum lino. His tagline on his van says, "Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes." Stargate has a ship named Enterprise. They should have, but they can't name it the Enterprise. Why not? Mind Morph says, just came in. Have you discussed Dune yet? Briefly, we talked about it a little bit, and I do want to see it in IMAX for sure. I'm looking forward to it. It looks really good. The cast is fantastic, and so yeah, we've kind of touched on it. Really haven't talked about it too much, but the Doctor, sometimes you feel like a left nut, sometimes you don't. There you go. Dan Ben, if they do a Section 31 show, do you want Trip Tucker to be in it like in the novels? No, because he'd be dead by that point. That's quite a while after Enterprise. Or he'd be really old, one or the other. Pumpkin Spice, the Discovery Bridge will be used for the Stargazer Bridge. It's like the weird Zheng He. Ugh, probably. Fuck me. Bill Barkley, actually Stargate SG-1 did an episode where it parodied Star Trek and Farscape. Yes, they did. I Am Misi says, I would love for Star Trek to get a budget. The budget Mando has. Production tech for that show is amazing. Dan Ben, yeah, O'Neill and Sam had a joke about naming the ship Enterprise, and Rodney and Shepard had a joke about naming the ship Enterprise. Yes. Sean says, I got a month's Facebook ban for telling an American friend how not to fuck up Guinness. And if she does, she deserves to be stabbed in the eye with a rusty spoon. I got banned for threatening language. That sucks. Stargate 200th episode is best episode. It is a great episode for sure. Oh geez, Facebook obviously doesn't understand Irish. Trip, I thought Malcolm was in Section 31. Malcolm was in Section 31, but Trip, after the series ended, where Trip died, there was a book called Daedalus, in which he didn't actually die. He was recruited to Section 31, and they faked his death so he could officially be dead, and then he could do Section 31 stuff. So, Dan Ban, we don't know when Giorgio was sent back in time, and this Section 31 show could mention him in some way. Could mention him for sure, and yeah, we don't know when she was sent back, that's true. But it'll probably be around the time of Discovery. Would just make sense. What Riker saw was the official story. Oh, the more you know, Trip. Yeah, I actually have that novel. So Trip had to fake his death and let everybody had to think he was dead. I think Archer, he does finally tell Archer and T'Pol that he's not dead. But yeah, the book's called Daedalus. It's a 2-part book, I think. And yeah, I was just happy that Trip wasn't actually dead because, you know, Trip went into an alternate universe as Michael the Wraith in Stargate Atlantis. Yes. Sean, idea for a TV program. Elite Force team sent to clean up the Lost Planet for the 5th film, Paradise Lost or whatever. Be very like Mando. Fleetpaw says he would wager she was sent back between 2250s and the 2320s. The Doctor says, I can't read, so wink. I somehow find that to be unlikely. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. We got 42 people watching with 48 likes. Can we get 2 more likes to get to 50? We're doing this for an hour. Hold on, I got a message. My buddy Jay. All right, so Matt sent me the Dinosaurs intro.
Until one day, we met some new friends from out of town. They were called Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, I remember this now.
My friends and I became the secret scouts, allies to these dinosaurs from outer space, and joined in their battles against Genghis Rex and the evil Tyrannos.
Yeah, I remember now.
The dinosaurs elite.
I never really got into it, but yeah, I remember that now. So thank you, Matt, for sharing that. That's kind of awesome. All right, so let's see. Let's go back here. Fleet Pass says, "Oh, so is that why doctors can't sign their signatures for shit they can't read?" LOL. Bill Barkley, are you going to see No Time to Die when it comes to Canada? Yes, probably. Pumpkin Spice, wasn't the Black Mirror Star Trek parody episode supposed to be their own series? Oh, the USS Callister. I didn't hear that it's supposed to get its own series, but that's interesting. No, I just don't do all the novelizations and stuff. That's why I was pissed when Star Wars sequels relied on books to explain the First Order. Section 31 could work in Enterprise C era, doing a lot of work to stop Klingons and Romulans from kicking off. I can live with it. Is the friend you are visiting a Star Trek fan too? Not at fucking all. No, he's not. He doesn't know the first fucking thing about Star Trek. I remember Dinosaurs. It ran on the Family Channel where I was. Dinosaurs was actually a Canadian-produced cartoon. By the way, Stuart, I saw a 3D printed model of the Penisaurus from Flesh Gordon, or the Penisaurus from Flesh Gordon on eBay, and no, I didn't buy it. Bill, send me a link because Sylvia and myself love that movie. I would love to get her a little Penisaurus. That'd be hilarious. Send me a link. I'm interested. I just saw a thing on Toy Galaxy about dinosaurs. Never heard of dinosaurs? Don't think it made it to the UK. Toy Galaxy is hilarious. Hire that guy for Saturday Night Live. Bring back the humor. Enterprise C needs a new captain, though. I hear the one they have eats pieces of shit for breakfast. What? Saturday Night Live sucks anymore. I don't find it funny. Because you're old and you're an old curmudgeon. Grumpy shithead. Dan Ben, remember some cartoon about trucks running into dinosaurs? There was a really good show called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. There was also a show with a little like convertible car, that Mega ZX or Mega Z5 or X5 or something, where it's like huge robot, but the head of it was just a car that the two people were in. I can't remember the name of the show now. Enterprise Sea Captain played Shooter McGavin. Get off my lawn. That's right, you don't forget it, Foley. I remember Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. There was a cartoon called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Yes. We're gatekeepers, don't you know, Cap? Oh, we absolutely are. I hate that term. We're not fucking gatekeepers. We just know what works and what's good, and trying to pass our knowledge on to the next generation. Shooter, I ate pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Happy. You eat pieces of shit for... Okay, got you now. I got it now. He wasn't the captain, though. He was only the first officer. He wasn't even the first officer. He was a lieutenant. Lieutenant Castile. So, Dan Ben, do you like the Star Trek Online removes a character if it dies in one of the new Star Trek shows? Do I like that? I don't know they do that. I know they have the little memorial thing, but I didn't know they removed characters. The Darth Eddy, I used to have hope that we see a historic battle of Axanar mentioned in Kurtzman's Trek. But with the Axanar fan film mess and legal disaster, I'm thinking Paramount will avoid referencing it for now. We're either gatekeepers or paid shills, both terms annoy the fuck out of me. Yeah, amen, man. Euthan, of course. Have the Bozeman captain who eats nothing but tossed salad and scrambled eggs. That's funny. Hold on, I gotta send another goddamn message because people keep messaging me. Yes. There's the answer to your goddamn question. I had to stop my goddamn live to answer your question with a simple fucking yes. The Doctor. Ooh. Have you all heard about the latest Axanar? Alec is in trouble for assaulting a dude at Dragon Con. Actually, the dude went and... You must be following Axamonitor. The dude went up to start shit with Alec, and I guess they both got in trouble, but he didn't start shit with the guy. The guy came and started shit with Alec. So, I honestly don't know. I wasn't there, but it is what it is. Megas XLR, thank you, Pumpkin Spice. I can never remember the name of that show. Every time I... Thank you. Thank you. Mark Lawrence, I'd rather Paramount stay away from mentioning Axanar. They'll write it so crying wins the war somehow. Speaking of Kelsey Grammer, they making a new Frasier, and he may be the only character from the original in it. Well, that's cool. Lois Dex, traveling must agree with you because you looked more relaxed than I've ever seen you. Really? Because I'm like, today has been a shit show. Nothing went right. I'm stressed. I miss Sylvia and the dogs immensely. Like I said, I miss Sylvia and the puppies, both her puppies and my puppies immensely. But that being said, I've had 3 really great nights of sleep because these pillows in this hotel are beautiful. They're just the right firmness. Usually pillows in hotels are very, very, very too soft and it hurts my neck. These ones are great. And it's actually great because the hotel I'm in, this room is free. I get the room free for a week. How, you ask? Because my buddy Jay that I'm visiting, his wife is the manager here. So I've got the room complimentary for a whole week. So yeah, it's great. So free room and a good comfortable bed. Plus I've been taking these Z-Quills to get to sleep because usually I can't get to sleep for shit. So taking those, and I've had 3 really great nights of good sleep. So he did start shit, but Alex swatted his phone out of his hand. Another caught the whole thing too. He's totally crossed the line. All Alex should have done was call security if he felt harassed. I agree. Battle of the Binary Stars is the new action hour. What's up with the blue in that room? It's a hotel room. Which do you prefer, the Captain Jellicoe dad joke memes or the Data Lore misreading things memes? Probably the Data Lore ones. Fleet Paw, so ask her what pillows they are so you can buy them when you go back to Ontario. No, my pillow that I have at home is a $200 pillow. Like, it's specifically made for back sleepers and side sleepers. It's a super expensive pillow. I usually take it traveling with me, but considering I only wanted to do a carry-on this time because I can just do laundry at Jay's place if I need to. I didn't bring many clothes, so I usually carry my pillow with me when I travel because it does help me sleep. But considering that, I just wanted to carry on, I didn't bring it, so I don't need these pillows when I go back home because the one I have is beautiful for my sleep. So lowest deck, hug, out comes the medication. Good sleep can do wonders for your health. Yes. We're getting a sequel to Night Court with John Larroquette returning as Dan Fielding, and from the looks of it, the original Harry Stone courtroom has been faithfully reproduced. Every sitcom gets it. Yes. Is Star Trek in the best of Star Trek songs? If not, which one? Star Trekking across the universe on the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk. It's not the best of the Star Trek songs. I don't know what would be, but that's not it. And Darth Eddie, you're absolutely right. Sitcoms get it right. The Roseanne, or the Connors, I guess now. The sets look exactly like they did in the 80s. That's how you do it. You don't fucking update it to look more modern. Even though it should be a little more modern considering it's so many years later and they should have had new furniture, but they're poor. That's the point. So, yeah, I mean, sitcoms get how to redo a show or bring it back. You don't have to change things just for the sake of change. Stuart, have you ever watched any of the Sci-Fi shorts on the YouTube channel Dust? No, haven't even heard of them. Fleetpass says, oh, I thought you were like me. I have a hard time finding good pillows. I'm an all-over sleeper, meaning I sleep in about 100 different positions. I wake up in different poses almost every morning. Yeah, no, that's not like me at all. If Night Court is back, please tell me we get more Brent as a country yokel. Right? Hold on, just 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. There's some noises outside. Went to look outside to see what's going on. Sean O'Sullivan, if Night Court is back. Oh, never mind. I just read that one before I left. John Larroquette wants to reboot the horror in honor of the late actor who passed away this last year. Yes. Marky Post and I forget the guy that played what's his name? The judge. Yeah, they're both passed away, so. Bill Barkley, okay, Stuart, just checked eBay. It was a Dickosaurus, not a Penisaurus from Flush Gordon. Okay, well, send me a link anyway. Fleet Paw Swiftback, uh-oh, he's gonna go yell at the kid again. Bring back Brent Spiner, absolutely. What to do, what to talk about? We had an original Roseanne in the 90s on TV in England. It was a big thing, but the new Roseanne and Connor's show has no plans to be shown in the UK. Lois Deck, I'm kind of over with the whole remake culture we have. Is there no new ideas in Hollywood now? No. Bill Barkley, by the way, the Dickosaurus has nothing to do with Flesh Gordon, but if you still want the link, I can send it to you. Yeah, send me it anyway. John Larroquette was a Klingon in Star Trek 3 in Search for Spock. He's the only Klingon to live on Doc Brown, Bird of Prey. Yeah, his name was Maltz. And if you look in the front of the Klingon dictionary, there's actually a little foreword to him saying, "Thank you to Maltz for all your help with this compiling this list of Klingon words," or whatever. There's a nice thank you to Maltz in the beginning of that book. So, Matt Boardman, I'd love to see a live action Mask. Yes. Mobile Armored Strike Command. Spelled with a K. Pumpkin Spice, Let's Get Spock. Parody of Def Leppard's Let's Get Rocked. LOL, Sulu at the wheel. Kirk had sex with aliens. Sean O'Sullivan, fan theory. The Q teenager on TNG's parents were killed by Q in a fire. So was Picard's family. Could Q bring back Picard's family? Probably not. Used to get adverts on YouTube for that YouTube channel, Dust, but I never watched anything on it. Maltz still lives. He gives us new words every year. Hello. One teeny question. Where do I send the link? Email, Facebook, Twitter? You can send it to my Facebook. Just DM me. If you don't have that, just send it to trekyards@hotmail.com. Sean O'Sullivan, Doc Brown, Bird of Prey was one crazy ship. Didn't look big enough for two completely different bridges or two whales, but they found a way to make it bigger on the inside. Yeah, the story of the bridge is an interesting one. Matt Borman, any thoughts about the Star Trek novels timeline coming to an end? Star Trek novels timeline. What do you mean the Star Trek novels timeline? I don't know what you mean specifically there, Matt. Dan Ben, when is Peacocks going to make this new Battlestar Galactica? I don't know. I haven't heard much about that. I'm just fascinated by the fact they're making another goddamn Battlestar Galactica. Like, what the hell? I don't know, man. I don't know. Basically, the novels have developed their own universe as a continuation of the Trek timeline post-Nemesis. Oh, and they're ending it? That's kind of shitty. I don't know, I think that's shitty, but I didn't even know that was a thing, so. Doc Brown gives Admiral Kirk the flux capacitor so he can go back in time to take two humpback whales. They were asked to wrap it up because of the... Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh. Do you think Picard Season 2 could retcon Discovery into the Prime timeline? No. If anything, retcon it out of the Prime timeline. Because they say it's in the Prime timeline. It's fucking obviously not. But they do have the potential to fix things if they wanted to. Fix my hair, too. For fuck's sakes. Yeah, it just looks like shit. It's okay. Yeah. The Q's parents were killed by a tornado. Sean O'Sullivan, what's the point of releasing Countdown novels and calling it canon and then deciding later to break it? It's a very good question. It's a very good question. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Unfortunately, this is just the way of things. I just don't have an answer for you. I wish I did. Brian Kesterson, Cap, got here about 5 minutes ago from metal detecting, but last night I found my bronze 1974 Star Trek medallion that I got way back when I was a kid. It was worth $50 retirement money. Wow, that's awesome, Brian. Glad you found it. Dan Ben, I have no idea what mask you're talking about. I only know two things called masks. One was a film with Cher, and one was a film with Jim Carrey. Yeah, it's not those. Mask is Mobile Arbor Strike Command, which is like cars that transform and do, not robots, but different forms of vehicles. Ozzy, your hair is awesome. Thank you, sir. The Darth Eddie, wasn't the Search for Spock Klingon bridge originally designed to be a Romulan, since Nimoy originally idea for the Bird of Prey was to be a Romulan ship? That would explain the circular bridge stations. Yes, it was originally designed to be a Romulan ship. That's why the Bird of Prey has feathers. That's why it has a cloaking device. That's why it is called a Bird of Prey and looks like a bird. It's not in any way Klingon design. And we talk about that in our Bird of Prey episode. Samuel is of the firm opinion that it's a Klingon design. It clearly isn't. It was designed to be a Romulan ship. The original idea was that Krug and his men were rogue Klingons that actually stole this ship from the Romulans to infiltrate Federation space with the use of the cloaking device. So the Klingon government would disavow all knowledge of their existence. But yeah, it's a fucking Romulan design. So there's the theory that that was the emergency bridge that they were using, or the auxiliary bridge that Krug preferred, whatever. But yes, then after Star Trek IV, when it was retconned as a Klingon ship, they had the bridge, original bridge for Star Trek for the Bird of Prey got destroyed. So they made the new bridge for the Bird of Prey, and no explanation as to why it was different. So very Jamhadar answer. If they call it canon then break it, then that's the way of things. Kieran, the shots from Picard season 2 and 3 shoot look promising. TNG era ship consoles. Yes, we've talked about that a little bit on the channel. There is some hope there. Mask is an 80s toy commercial cartoon, LOL. Yes, the Gullwing Camaro is in there. Yes, indeed. Was there ever a script developed for Star Trek 3 with the Romulans? I believe there was, Matt, yes. Yep, and it was changed fairly last minute to Klingons because the audience don't know enough about the Romulans, so we got to make them the Klingons so the audience can understand, because the audience is stupid. Yeah, fucking retarded decisions. Lois Stack, in Battlestar Galactica, they say in the original series and the latest version that this has happened before, so they could go on reboot after reboot if they wanted to and still be canon. Genius. I say that about the Matrix too, though. So the Darth Eddie, the colors on the Search for Spock Klingon bridge had sort of a TOS Romulan hues to them, so I can buy that. Yes, better with Klingons than Romulans in that movie. Disagree. There's Fleet Pasha in the Bird of Prey episode. Sean Sullivan, headcanon says that the D7's Klingons and Romulans traded tech. D7s and cloaks went to Romulan, Bird of Prey. All right, so that is the treaty, the Klingon-Romulan Treaty Alliance thing of 2267. We did a whole video on that too. Klingon-Romulan Treaty, I forget what it's called, of 2267. So I'm sure Fleetpaw will look it up and share the link. Fantastic video. Yes, the Romulans and the Klingons had a bit of a truce. The Klingons gave the Romulans their D7 design, which the Romulans turned into V11 Stormhawks, changed the nacelles and all that, in FASA anyway. And the Romulans gave the Klingons their old cloaking device. That's why the Klingon cloaking devices shimmer a little bit because of the older design. The Romulans had a newer design, which was far superior, that they knew the Klingons couldn't detect. So yes, they had a technology and whatever exchange, very uneasy treaty for a little while. So they exchanged some tech and weaponry and stuff. So yes. Many people make YouTube videos about the size of the Star Trek 4 bird of prey not being big enough for the humpback whales. They clearly aren't big enough for them. Exactly. Thank you, Bill. Bill just sent me the link, so I'll check that out later. Super chats are greatly appreciated, and hitting that like is a great way to support the channel. Like and subscribe. Yes, thank you very much, Brian, for reminding me. We have 67 likes with 44 people here, guys. Hit that like button. I want to get to 75 likes. Should be super easy, barely an inconvenience, if you will. So hit that like button. Also, don't forget to super chat. Honestly, another $20 right now would be a fantastic way to kind of do a Saturday live. So if you can do $20, that'd be great. Or five, a couple of fives, you know the routine. Fleet Paw hit the link there. What is it called again, that episode? It's called Trekyards, episode 254, Romulan Klingon Alliance. No, wait a minute, that's not it. That's not what it was called. Oh, maybe it was. Let me see. Anyway, it happens in 2267, which is year 2 of TOS. Oh, that is what it's called. That's awful. Anyway, that's the thumbnail for it right there. Episode 254, the Klingon Romulan Alliance. That's not what that episode should be called. That title's wrong. That annoys me. Let's see if I can edit that. Edit. It should say Romulan Klingon Alliance of 2267. Done. There. Just edited the title of that one because that's what it should be called. All right, let's get back to the live chat here. Sorry if they had Chris Lloyd still in the Romulan as a Romulan captain. I don't know. He seems like more of a Klingon, more of a crazy inventor, actually. But hey, no, they hadn't casted anybody for the Romulan parts yet. They had just designed the ship and stuff. It was very last minute that they decided to switch to Klingon. They didn't even have a chance to redesign the ship. So, Dark Lord Dreven. To be fair to the idea, audiences are dumb. I was at Rogue One and a few people thought Jin and Rey were the same character. Not a joke. The normal people don't know any lore. Well, then who gives a shit about the normal people? Don't pander to the fucking normal people or the new people coming into the franchise. You make your content for the fans of that fucking franchise. If anybody wanders into the theater by mistake and doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on, A, I don't give a shit about them. Screw them. And if they really like the movie and want to learn about it, they'll figure it out eventually. There's enough information out there, especially with the internet now, that you can figure that shit out. Normal people can suck my right nut. There you go. Sean O'Sullivan made sense until Klingons developed cloaks and no, that they didn't though. Oh, fuck's sake. See, that's retconning shit. What does FASA stand for? I don't fucking know what FASA stands for. I don't know. That's a good question. It's just a gaming company. The Darth Eddy. The only way 2 humpbacks and a big water tank holding it can fit into a bird of prey and not take up almost the whole aft of the ship of the bridge is for it to be a Cavort class cruiser. There's a bird of prey, a great bird, and the greater bird or something in FASA. There's 3 different sizes of bird of prey. So, Sean O'Sullivan throws in €1, so thank you so much, Sean. The Darth Eddy, but the ship looks more like a Burrell-class scout when it lands on Vulcan and then takes off again in the next movie. Yeah, it is a Burrell-class. They say it in Star Trek 3, for Christ's sakes. It's a Burrell-class cruiser. What's the complement of that? I forget what to say exactly. But yeah, what's the complement? A dozen officers and men. So it's a small ship. It's obviously a fucking Burrell. Dan Ben, yeah, there's a special feature or hidden Easter egg about the Klingon ship being Romulan on the DVD Star Trek 3. I have. Lois Deck, when you were going to do camera roll live post, you mentioned it a few months ago when flicking through your mobile. When am I going to do it? I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to figure that out. Martin Jorgensen throws in 89 krona. I'm not sure what currency that is, but thank you. Happy Saturday, Captain. Have you seen the Foundation show? Some cool ships in that. No, many people have asked me about that, and I haven't seen it yet. I probably will get around to watching it, just haven't yet. Normal people are scary anyways. We don't like them. Sean, I just realized again that the D2 or whatever in Enterprise breaks the idea Romulans gave them the design. Oh, the retro bird of prey? Yeah, it does. That's fucking trying to retcon things into making sense, and it made more sense to be a Romulan design, but whatever. Because yeah, part of that technology exchange was that the Romulans gave the Klingons a few of their ship designs with cloaking devices in exchange for the D7 design, which was a much more stable power source for their cloaking devices. So they got the D7, which they changed into the V11 Stormhawks. It's a whole thing. Just watch the video. Dan Van, one of the original ideas for Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, was to have the Klingons steal a Romulan ship, decloak, and blow away an entire group of Klingon ships. Yes, like I said, they were rogue Klingons. Area 51, E.C. Henry has a great video explaining how 2 humpback whales could fit. And E.C. Henry does some great videos, so check that out. Let's see. Okay, Pumpkin Spice says, Klingons way overused in TOS movies. Romulans in Star Trek 3 would have been better. I totally agree. Martin Jurgensen, dumbing down a franchise for normies is a mistake. Totally agree. The Darth Eddy, I call the battlecruiser in Unexpected Enterprise the D6, even though the producers tell us to ignore the design and don't try to fit it into continuity. Exactly. They actually designed a different ship, a different D6 for that. One of the visual effects guys did it on the weekend on his own time, and the producers didn't want to use it. They said, no, just put that D7 model in there. No one will notice. No one will notice in a fucking Star Trek. We did a whole video on that too, because there's a whole new design for the D6 that would have worked, and it's more era appropriate, that they didn't use just because the producers are idiots. So. Matt Boardman, I'd really like to see some more done on the Romulans. I get the Klingons are popular, but the Romulans would be fun to explore more. I agree. Pumpkin Spice, FASA was an 80s role-playing game. Well, FASA was the company. But yes. Chris Andrew, hello, Captain. Hello, Chris. Pumpkin Spice, a modern cavort should have been used to destroy the Enterprise D by the Duras sisters. Also, I agree with that, yes. Martin Jorgensen, so we are getting a Babylon 5 reboot from the original creator. Exciting times. Indeed, they are exciting times. Air 51, Star Trek 6 would turn out different if Star Trek 3 used Romulans. Not really. Kirk would still hate Klingons, but yes, they wouldn't have killed his son, I guess. Enterprise is as bad as Discovery. At the time, I would have agreed with you. When Enterprise was new on the air, I really didn't like Enterprise for a lot of different reasons. Breaking canon was chief among them. However, in retrospect, is this fucking dead? In retrospect, Enterprise is actually really, really good. I gotta recharge my. Hold on, guys. That's the one that I need right there. Put that for now. Put that in there. So I just realized my mouse had died, and I thought that it was a battery operated one. It's not. It needs to be recharged. Chris says I sent you an email, or the email. Thank you, Chris. I'll check that out. Bill says I sent the link on Messenger plus quick vids on the 3D printed Doctor Who, Gallifrey, Citadel, and Stargate Atlantis models. Thank you, Bill. Kirian Spoors, when you watch the Trelane episode in TOS, do you think of Trelane as a Q, like he is in beta canon? Yes. Fleetpaw says Enterprise was a red-headed stepchild series for the longest time. It has since passed the status on to Disco and Picard. Yes. You thought we were bad. Holy shit. Thank fuck for these new guys. Is it just me, or did this week's episode of Lower Decks confirm the writers think about sex way too much? Can you really think about sex way too much? Martin, Enterprise has some great episodes. Also, T'Pol is a great Vulcan. Julian Bullock didn't get enough credit. That's true. Actually, I didn't like her depiction for a long time, but when I went back and rewatched Enterprise a few years ago, she hit it out of the park with her representation of a Vulcan. Do you watch Junk Ball on YouTube? Has great bits of info on ships and very slick, quick presentation. Yes, I do watch Junk Ball Media. Enterprise ended up being the quiet kid in the family, but got better grades than expected and would go on to be more respected. It's also the only classic series that's canon in both Prime and Kelvin. Martin says Lower Decks is so good, also better at exploring canon than all the other new shows. Yes. Fleetpaw says no, sex is good. The Darth Eddy, both the Shatner Kirks and the Pine Kirk grew up learning about Jonathan Archer and his Enterprise. Area 51, if Romulans had killed David Marcus, Kirk would hate the Romulans. Kirk says, screw you, man, kicks Spock over the cliff. Pumpkin Spice, Junk Ball, Trek reviews are hilarious. Brian Kesterson, I was talking Enterprise Trek with my buddy when we took a break on Detecting today, and he still has not forgiven them for ending it the way they did. Xindi War too long for him, but good show. Yeah, the Xindi War tuned me right out. It's like, you have all these other races, like from all the years of beta canon, like Starfleet battles and shit. Use them. Don't create a new race called the fucking Xindi with 5 unique races in and of itself. They had the same thing in battles in Starfleet battles. They were called the Interstellar Concordium. There was 5 species which made up one species, the Interstellar Concordium. Anyway, also avian, water, all those ones. So I mean, they basically ripped off an idea done in Starfleet battles, but didn't want to pay rights and royalties to the original creators, so they made it the Xindi and did the exact same fucking thing. Just pisses me off. Lois Decks had writers had too much sauerkraut with their Franks writing that. Martin Jurgensen said we didn't get the Romulan War in Enterprise. Yeah. Sean says apparently Enterprise was hobbled with silly time traveling stuff as the meddling producers wanted a way to bring back established characters, so forced it onto the show. Furious Fawns, Captain, don't hate the Xindi or you are Xindi phobic. And call me Xindi phobic, man. DS9 is the best side. Yeah, it took me a long time to warm up to DS9, but DS9 is my favorite series, for sure. Pumpkin Spice, T'Pol was intended to be half Romulan, hence she is more emotional than normal Vulcans. Everybody's supposed to be fucking half Romulan. Saavik, Valeris. Ozzy, I wish Enterprise had more on the Romulan Wars with Enterprise. Amen, brother. Amen. Was that new cola from Fallout games? What, this? No, it's Dr. Pepper. Lois Deck, what do you think? What do you think the beef is between Q and Guinan? Apparently going to be addressed in Picard's season 2. I actually don't know. That would be cool to see it addressed, but I honestly don't have an idea. Fleetpaw, like me, the aquatic arboreal and primate Zindi, reptilian, and insectoids were meh. Sean O'Sullivan, I think Vulcans were more emotional in TNG era as they hadn't integrated the mind melders. They were trying to suppress the emotions rather than just control. Cindy should be in more Trek. No, they really shouldn't. Martin says, DS9 has my favorite Star Trek episode where Sisko breaks the fourth wall, talks to the camera about luring the Romulans into the war. Yeah, that's my favorite episode of Trek, In the Pale Moonlight. Bill Barkley, by the way, do you have any 3D printed items? I got a few 3D printed items at home, yeah. Too much canon breaking. Or if we could see Guinan's true form in season 2. Yeah, F the Zendi. I want to see more Cardassians. Man, we hit 75 likes, which is awesome. Also hit that $20 super chat goal as well. So, who's the last super chatter again? Martin. Martin is the last super chat slot. Is anybody interested in scooping that? You could. I mean, I could probably go for longer, obviously, as I got really nothing else to do today. However, my throat's getting kind of sore from talking. I could maybe take an intermission, go get another drink, and come back. Or I can just end the live. What say ye? I can live with it. I can live with it. The Darth Eddie, T'Pol season 1 and 2 eyebrows were allegedly more human looking because Jolene was still doing modeling at the time and didn't want her eyebrows shaved off. Fleetpaw Swiftback throws in $2 and says, now it's me for the last super chat slot. The Ferengi episode of Enterprise 2. Yeah. Dan says, is Disney Star Wars canon, in Disney Star Wars canon, that don't show bothers which were mentioned. What? Holy fuck, Dan. In Disney's Star Wars canon that don't show Bothans, which were mentioned in Return of the Jedi, do you prefer some things mentioned in Sci-Fi to never be shown? Yeah, I think so. You don't have to necessarily see the Bothans. It feels like you're in the episode The Royale right now. Is there a dead astronaut in the bed behind you? I mean, I hope not. I saw YouTube clips that shows that Roddenberry asked for TNG to do a male on male, female on female sex orgy or kissing scene. Okay, where'd that come from? Wow, I did straight off topic. Just like the Furlings in Stargate or SG-1, they were never seen, but they were mentioned several times. How many episodes to go of Lower Decks? There's 2 more. The Furlings in Stargate 1 is a perfect example, or Meredith and Frasier. It becomes a running gag. You don't see them. Captain Baudet, etc. Also, Cetacean Ops so far. Cetacean Ops was mentioned twice in TNG and has been mentioned now a few times in Lower Decks. I don't think we're ever going to see it. Dan Ben, Whoopi Goldberg said it would be a brief appearance on Star Trek Picard when she talks to the Picard. Never show what the Breens really look like. That's true. We never have got an answer to what the Breen look like. Many Bothans died to get you this intel. How many, you say? Well, all of the Bothans. No, his name was Manny Bothan. Sean says there was a great gag in Stargate 1, or SG-1, where the Furling depicted as awoke just because of their name. Or depicted as Ewoks just because of their name. Tangerine Star 26. How's the basement coming along? Very sorry for the flooding. Burst main. It's coming along well. Glad I wasn't there for the clean out, but I wasn't in a burst main. No, there's a record amount of rainfall and the storm drains backed up. They got clogged, I guess, with debris. And so they backed up into everybody's basement. So everybody on our crescent had a flooded basement. Isn't Geordie LaForge supposed to turn up in season 2 of Picard? Haven't heard that. Lois Dex, SG-1 is apparently coming back as well without Richard Dean Anderson. It's being made by Amazon Prime, the new owners of MGM. Trekyards, when is Disco and Picard on again? Prodigy, the new show, starts October 28th. Discovery season 4 starts November 18th, and Picard season 2 is coming in February sometime. The Darth Eddy, it took 47 years for us to see Tholians from the head down, so it might be a while before we know what a Breen looks like without their helmet. If at all, like we don't need to know. Sean says, which robot chicken did Star Trek? Wish Robot Chicken did Star Trek as much as Star Wars. I agree. I've thought the same thing over the years, actually. Area 51, Manny Bothans. I went to school with the guy. Damn shame. Dan Ben. No, the sex orgy was to do with the Naked Now reference in Lower Decks. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense, because you got the Ensign Barnes and Jennifer kissing. Oh, Trill and Andorian. Want to see Kim as a captain in Picard, maybe Geordie on the Rhode Island, but be great if they could find a way. Tangerine Star 26, that's frustrating. At least you get to rearrange the basement as you always wanted. Yes, and we're also remodeling it. We were literally talking about remodeling it like 2 weeks before the flood happened. And now the insurance is going to cover the remodel. So, bonus. Plus, it's going to be done like 2 or 3 years before it was going to be. So, that's great. Last 2 Lower Decks episodes, a 2-parter? Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. Bill Barkley, and the Star Trek movie is either 2022 or 23. Yeah, whatever. I'll believe that when it happens. Furious Fawns, the whole crescent flooded. Is it a fertile crescent now? Mesopotamia. Lois Deck, the fact that they are filming Picard season 2 and 3 back to back makes me think that the studio is hiding their beta. They're hedging their bets. Jesus Christ. Hedging their bets that Patrick is aging. Yeah, they better, though, because it's a smart thing to do. Look what happened to Carrie Fisher. They couldn't do the third movie was supposed to focus more on her character, so. Trek or not, I suspect the Breen are a combination of species, which is why their homeworld has been described in different ways. And Whoop Whoop is here with $50. Thank you so much, Whoop Whoop. That is amazing. Some vacay money, even though it looks like you're still working. Sorry to hear about your basement. Thank you very much, Whoop Whoop. Much appreciated. And yeah, I am still working while on vacation. It's not really a vacation. It's just kind of a need to get away vacation because I don't have Celia with me. So it's not a vacation, if you know what I'm saying. So, but thank you very much for the super chat. That is amazing. That's just totally made this live worth it. So thank you. Whoop Whoop, you need to show up more often. You are amazing. I don't have anything alcoholic to drink right now, though, so. Tangerine Star 26. So a new captain's ready room and hobby room. It will be eventually, yes. The main part of the basement downstairs is our bedroom right now because we have one kid left, 17. He's going to be gone soon in a few years. So then we're moving our bedroom back upstairs, and the basement is going to be all mine. And I can move the ready room down there and rearrange my filming area and everything, and have like it'll be set up for the collectibles and stuff. So, but yeah. Fleet Pal, I guess they call a cul-de-sac crescent. No, a cul-de-sac is totally different. A cul-de-sac is one road that goes in and then houses around I guess that's a circle as well. What is a cul-de-sac? There's a difference between a crescent and a cul-de-sac, but. Pumpkin Spice. Trip Tucker was in a dumb Stargate prequel series, Origins. Lowest Deck. Did you notice in Lower Decks this week they had much better graphics in the ship shots? Yes. Darth Eddie says, I wouldn't mind Geordi becoming captain of the USS Challenger like he was in the original timeline of Timeline's Voyager. One of the things about that which still went on to happen. Sean O'Sullivan, I hope in Prodigy they confirm the Vidians were cured and not just a lie. Their tragic history made them a great all-round tragic villain. Furious Fawns, there was an easy fix for Carrie Fisher's death. They didn't need to have her come back from the spacewalk. Bill Barkley, I wonder what the future build from Eagle Moss will be. They've already got an Ecto 1 build and an Enterprise D build, a Battlestar Galactica build maybe? That'd be cool. Sean says, cul-de-sac literally means corner of a sack. It's a dead end, same way out as in. Yeah, so it's not a crescent. A crescent is, there's a street here and then a crescent goes like this. And we're on the inside of the crescent. So the outside of the crescent has the sidewalk, the inside doesn't. So I don't have to worry about a sidewalk on my driveway. Pumpkin Spice. Trek movies probably will be released on Paramount Plus. Yes, I'm sure they will be. I really need to get a drink or something. Just looking at the time. I can't think of anything else to talk about right now. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. 82 likes, guys. That's awesome. Can we get 8 more likes to get up to 90 likes? I mean, 90 is a weird number to shoot for. Maybe shoot for 100, but I don't think we're going to get it. Hit that like button, guys. If they want Prodigy to be Star Trek that kids see, a definition fit it with lots of Star Trek Voyager references. Those references may make the show appeal to an adult audience. The show's going to appeal to adult audience regardless. It's like the Clone Wars. It's going to tie into a lot of Trek lore and things, and it's not going to be a goddamn kid show. I hate that definition. It's a kid show. A kid show is like teaching them counting, like fucking Sesame Street. Like, we're gonna go to warp 1, 2, 3. What comes after warp 3, boys and girls? That's right, warp 4. Yay! Engage. Yeah, it's not gonna be a kid's fucking show. It's gonna be like Clone Wars, which was defined as a kid's show because it was a cartoon, yet very much more for a mature adult audience, especially as the show went along. The further you go in Clone Wars, it becomes more adult themed, so I think it's fine. Take a break. Maybe I will. Fleet Paw Swiftback. I don't know neighborhood design. I live in the country where my closest neighbor is a quarter-mile away. I grew up in the country where my closest neighbor was a quarter-mile away as well. Chris Andrew, fried eggs and toolboxes. Okay. Sean, downloading the plans for MOC. He also makes a cracking Admiral Vance. He also makes a cracking Admiral Vance refrigeration cosplayer. What the fuck are you talking about, Sean? Furious Fawns. After Warp 3 comes Warp 3.1. Duh. Are you watching Bad Batch? Star Wars at its best. I've seen 5 episodes of it. I haven't got all the way through it yet, but yes, it's great. Bill Barkley. In the new Trek shows we have seen Have we seen a Doomsday Machine? I know one of the fan series had them. We haven't seen it in any of the new ones, no. But yes, why can't I think of the name of the fan film now that had it? It's one of the Collie films. Anyway, yes. That's great. On another thought, my wife has been really enjoying Lower Decks, and she's not a Star Trek fan. It has struck the perfect balance. She enjoyed every episode, while also appreciates the history. That's awesome. Rodan, I love the Terminator franchise. All of them. I love them all because the Terminators, all of them, are epic, in my opinion. From the T-800 to the Rev-9 to the Dark Fate. Dan Ben, there are two theories. Kira knows what Breen looked like when they put their suits on. Holy shit. There are two theories. Kira know what Breen looked when she put on their suit, or she found empty suits to put on as a disguise. Yes. I believe she probably knows what they look like. Sean says, you read my second tweet and missed the first. Asked, did you follow Dadmiral on Twitter? Lad looks like, I don't know. Yeah, he used to be Cat. He's actually a friend of mine. Yeah, I know who he is. His Twitter name used to be Cat, but now he's Dadmiral. Chris, it has to do with Star Trek TOS. Darth Eddie, Prodigy already has a Medusan character. That's a pretty deep cut because we haven't seen one in Trek since 1968. It's not a kiddie show. Amen, brother. Pumpkin Spice, Fast and Furious, Star Trek crossover. Oops, that was Star Trek Beyond. LOL. Yeah, it was directed by the Fast and Furious guys, so. Brian Kesterson could always come back on again later, re-energize. I might do that, actually. Bill Barkley, Terminator Dark Fate was okay-ish, not great. And Dan says, Stargate Origins is terrible. Fleet Plus said, I like Dark Fate, was good. I enjoyed it as well, but... Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it quits right there. It's been 2 hours now, so that's perfect length for a live, and you guys have been fantastic. I might come back on later today because, like I said, I got another 5 hours of nothing to do, really. I might watch a movie or something and kill some time, but I need to go get a drink, probably get something to eat, and just kind of revitalize, re-energize, all that jazz, because, yeah, reasons. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody that super chatted, and I thank everybody that watched. You guys are fantastic. And if I'm back later today, hopefully you guys will join me for that as well. I love these discussions and hangouts with you, but yeah, I do need a bit of a break. I'm a little bit burnt out right now. For some reason, it kind of hit me rather quickly. So, but anyway, I will catch you all later, and have yourselves a good rest of the Saturday and a good weekend. And yeah, tune in when we do our lives. I don't know what lives we're going to be doing this week, but I will be back home Wednesday night. So starting Thursday, everything will kind of be back to normal with me being at home. So anyway, until then, guys, I'm Captain Foley signing off for now. Thank you for talking sci-fi with me, and I'll see you again soon. Not quite sure when, but we'll figure it out.